Hello and welcome to the PSTL. I'm Travis Tomasi, and today I want to teach you the speed reload. So we'll go through it in steps. They will be easy to apply, and hopefully after you've viewed this, you will have a faster and more consistent mag change. In step one, what we want to do, as soon as you call that last shot, simultaneously go to the mag catch or the mag release while going for the fresh mag. This needs to be done simultaneously. It's key. If you lag on releasing the mag, it's going to be in the way. It's going to be a speed bump. When you get your hand to the magazine, it's very important the grip that you take on the mag. The grip on the magazine is key. I want to start with my index finger as high on the front strap as possible near the bullet. The mag base pad needs to be sitting on the ledge of my palm. The other fingers wrap around. Now you've got an accurate way to insert the mag into the gun. It's important at step one where you place or park the gun. You don't want to bring it down too far. You don't want to raise it too high. I want it in an area where I can get a good visual on the mag well. It's very important that you look the mag into the gun. Also, the rotation of the gun at step one. I want it to be such, think about having a laser coming out of the bottom of the gun and it's pointing at your mag pouch. That's the location and the indexing that I want to make it as easy as possible to hit a swish when I insert the mag into the gun. At position 2, very critical is where you have the gun parked and that you're looking at the mag well. It takes just a fraction of a second to get a good visual. Once you see that top round go into the gun, you then seat the mag in the gun and rotate the gun back out to the target and acquire your sights. What I want to be cautious of during a fast mag change is just haphazardly throwing the mag at the gun, not getting a good visual at the bottom and just being very aggressive and not concise and precise with just inserting the mag in the gun. Now, something else that can help you with the consistency of your reload is keeping your head static. I see a lot of people dropping their head and moving their shoulders. As much as possible, I want my upper body to be static so that everything aligns nice and accurately. If at all possible, I want minimal movement with my head and my torso. I want the gun and the magazine to index precisely. That's going to help you towards that end. Guys, here's a tip for your speed reload. Ultimately, the throttle or the gas pedal is your mag draw. The faster you can draw the mag and get it to the gun, overall, shorter time your mag change is going to be. Now, with regards to getting to the mag release, some people cannot reach it. Other people can, or you can install like a mag button or a paddle to help yourself retain that firing grip. If you do need to break your grip in order to get the mag release, once you start inserting the mag back in the gun, I want to start building that strong hand or that firing hand back up before I get my left hand back on the gun. It needs to be done as soon as that mag is being inserted in the gun. Now, in terms of adding movement to this whole process, if I've got a short movement, let's say it's anywhere from a yard to 3 or 4 yards, and I need to have the mag change done ASAP, I want to make sure with that first step out of the position that I'm initiating step one. Step one again is hitting the mag release and going for the mag draw. So you need to do that as soon as possible. In terms of a field course or a stage that has a much longer movement, it's not so vital that you initiate the reload immediately. You can delay on that, but I still like to dump the old mag, draw the new mag, get a good grip, and keep my vision on the next position. That's key. One of the things about using a delayed insertion is it allows you to get your vision immediately on that next position. You can focus all your energy on moving aggressively. It also allows you to not break the 180. There will be conditions, especially if you're a right-hander and you're moving right to left, you can do a delayed insertion. That is, dump the old mag, draw the fresh mag, you're ready to go. You put your focus on where you're going, and then as you approach that position, now you're going to go ahead and insert the mag. In this scenario, if you fumble the mag, you are going to end up doing a static reload. So that is sort of the con to that particular method. However, if it allows you to escape breaking the 180 it allows you a very aggressive movement out of position, then it's good to go. Just take more attention into the insertion process. Guys, in terms of retreating up range, whether I do a delayed insertion or an immediate insertion depends on which way I rotate. If I rotate to my gun side or my strong side, I initiate an immediate insertion immediately. I do it right there. Now, if it's to my weak side, then I'm going to use a delayed insertion. So I drop the mag here, draw a fresh mag, and then focus on what I need to do with my movement at that point. Let's talk about the tension, the amount of tension in your mag pouch for your magazines. I use a little bit more heavier tension on the mags because I don't want to lose them during a course of fire where I can really focus on aggressive movement. It doesn't take long for you to adapt to an increase in tension in the mag pouch. So make sure, test them all. Before every run, I make sure the tension is looking good and that it will retain that mag positively. On an unloaded start position, if it's a speed shoot or there's no movement after the first position, I will go to my primary magazine. I want that reload to be common and familiar, and so I feel that it's better just to go with what you're most used to. If there is some movement involved, I may go to my secondary or my tertiary mag, get that in the gun, especially if there's another mag change elsewhere in the stage that I can go to my primary. Anytime we go to the pouch for your mag change, don't look at the magazine. This is a common error. I see people do this on field courses. I see them look at their magazine. Trust me, it's going to be where you last left it. There is a situation where you are going to visually acquire your magazine, and that is when you have a stage and the mags are laid out on the barrels. In that scenario, this is not a common position. It's not familiar. You don't have the muscle memory to establish this. So in this scenario, what I'll do is I'll visually look at the magazine and pick it up. Also, I pay attention to how I place the mag on the barrel or the table. I want it such that it's on its back strap, that it's angled so that I can get a good grip on the magazine. Anytime I'm faced with an unloaded table start, I like to pay very close attention to where I place my magazine. I like to take it at that angle that gives me a good grip, but I'm indexing it towards the hammer, towards the back of the gun. This creates a natural alignment with the magazine with the mag well. Versus the traditional positioning where you have to go ahead and bring the magazine back to find the mag well. Now, in the off chance you go ahead and fumble your mag change, I want you to immediately go to the next magazine on your belt. You've got to let it go. I've been in situations where I went to it and I picked it up out of the mud. It's a bad scenario. Dry fire is a perfect opportunity to practice this reaction to a mistake. So anytime I fumble the mag in a dry fire situation, always follow through and go to the next mag. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by the PSTL. Work on these techniques individually. Do it in dry fire until you feel comfortable with them. Then take them out to the range and get some rounds under them. Until next time, train hard.